Hello and welcome. I'd like to talk to you about a program I wrote called Codemapper. And what Codemapper does is it produces this output.json file that is a description of this entire repository here. So we can take a look at this. Let's see, cat json.output. And we can see here that it has files in it, and it has the name of the file, and then some of the content, and so on. And so this is a way of getting some of the information about this repository over to a large language model without having to upload all of the files. However, I find that having done this, the output.json file is still too large. And so I wrote something called prompt.txt here. Prompt.txt. And what this does is I'm using Claude as my LLM of choice these days. I'm asking Claude to take my map, which I created, that JSON file, and do some things with it so that I can get a smaller file. So you can take a look at this in my repo. Actually, let me get add dot here, and let's commit this. And git push it. All right, the reason I'm doing this is because I want to show it to you out here. All right, so here's Codemapper. You can see github.com/MikeyBees. And if you go in here, you're going to see now that this prompt.txt file exists. And what you do is you copy this, and then you go over to Claude. Here's Claude. And you paste it in. So I gave it my output.json file over here. And then I pasted in this prompt. And this is what I got out of it. Comprehensive Codemapper project map. And I'm going to copy this down here. So it has the important information about each of these files and what they do. And if I don't have enough information in here, I can always modify that prompt. So for example, I should say to include all of the function names. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's come back over here. And let's see. Well, it says list all functions, methods, and classes. Yeah, so that should all be in here already. All right, so let's copy this. And let's put it in here. New map dot py dot text. And now I have if I want to work on this code base some more, I have a map that I can use here. Let's add this and git commit all. New map. Git push. All right, so if I go back over here and refresh this, here's my new map. And this is 170 lines. So it's not thousands of lines of code. And so now if I want to do some work on this, let's copy this. And let's go over to here. And now I should be able to go over to RAG agent. And I should be able to do a Python app.py. All right, and now let's see, how can I add this in here? All right, so I think what I'm going to do is, yeah, I'm just going to grab this here and I'm going to explain this code. Now, this is running on Llama 3.1 on Ollama. So this does not have a very large context window. So I would not be able to load in all of the code files to get something helpful out of Ollama. All right, so it's giving a pretty good explanation of this, but then let's see if we can do something that would actually be helpful for coding. It's giving a long explanation of this. I think it's doing a pretty good job. All right, so this file, the output helpful, but too large. Can you think of some ways to shorten it? Losing helpful. Losing helpful information. So the idea here is that I'm able to use this smaller model with a smaller context window to do actual work on my code. All right, well, I think you get the idea here, and I'm going to keep playing with this to see exactly the kinds of things that I can do, but I think this is very helpful. And once again, just to reiterate here, the way I could get the smaller map was by using the built-in prompt and Claude to create this small map. This is a quite small map, but it's got all of the really relevant information. Anyway, I thank you for joining me. I hope you learned something. Thank you, and bye-bye.